start the show. Let's end the season. Let's do this fucking thing. And I need everyone to give a big, fat round of applause to today's guest, the last guest of Cat Call Season 3. Wait, I skipped the whole part where I say, oh, hello, welcome to another episode of Cat Calls. I'm Kat, and this is my show that I do most Thursdays on twitch.tv/KATBEIN. Why am I spelling my name? Because you might want to look this up on YouTube later. Or maybe you're already on YouTube, but if you're already watching this on YouTube, then you should come on to twitch.tv/KATBEIN and watch the show. You know what? I always say most Thursdays, and I don't even know if that's true. In season 4, we're going to do Cat Calls every other Thursday. We're going to do it twice a month because I need more time. But now it's time to get back to what I was saying before I stopped myself and inserted all of this word vomit into the screen. I need everyone to give a big round of applause for today's guest, Baby Weight! Yes, Joey. Whoa, what just happened to my computer? Okay. Great. Is Mercury retrograding already? Is Mercury Gatorading? My hair is like the Gatorade color. Hi, Torn Strike. Nice to see you. And yeah, DJ Kitty Line. Yes. Wow, first time chatter. So great to have you just in time for the last episode of season 3. And yes, Joey Headset, it is much more appropriate for me to say literally some Thursdays. But this Thursday, I am so blessed to welcome Baby Weight, aka Kara, my first ever return guest to Cat Calls in Cat Calls history in 3 seasons. Can you believe that? And that's entirely due to her own boldness. She called me out on Twitter and demanded to be booked last year. And I was like, done, yes, whatever. Because you seem great. And then during the stream last year, which was my last episode of Cat Calls Season 2, Kara was like, I should be your last guest every year. And I was like, easy. Because it makes my life easy. Because I barely have to write questions. Because once you get Kara talking... First of all, there's no stopping her. I had to actually force her off the practice call today. And she's so funny and she's so smart that I just want to listen to what she has to say. And Torton Strike, I hope the Wi-Fi where you are gets a little bit better so that you can at least hear us. Because you're going to like this one, I think. If you read my Pride piece for Output, which also featured chats with Pennywild and Recno and Astronomer and Quarter, half of which of those people have been on Cat Calls, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you sure should read that piece. I will drop the link in the chat because Kara shares her story of coming out as a trans woman in the scene with this really beautiful poise, and she talks about how important it is for her to represent for that community day in and day out on stages across the country. But we are not here to talk about being queer, at least not exclusively. She had a wild year releasing tunes on some of her dream labels, and she's just getting started. I'm going to play her latest track. It just came out last week, I believe. It's called Precious Contemplations at a Loft Party. So that is a mouthful. It features Manics, and I put a really manic clip together for it, featuring a vlog of hers that she did in 2021 at the end of last year. I left all the weird screen grab bits because being a hot mess is part of Baby Weight's whole vibe, which is totally part of my whole vibe, which is probably why we like each other. This is Precious Contemplations at a Loft Party featuring Manics. And when I come back, have your questions ready because this is your show as much as it is my show. And I want your questions. Share with Baby Weight, even though Baby Weight might just go on a hilarious monologue. We're going to see how it goes. Either way, let's make sure my voice is dying. Let's make sure Cat Call Season 3 goes out with a bang. Precious Contemplations at a Loft Party. Everyone can, I don't think they can totally see that you're at a McDonald's right now. I'm gonna move it so that everyone can see. What are you ordering? Girl, what you grabbing? What are you ordering me?
Oh. Okay, well, first and foremost, just to clear the air, chicken nuggets at McDonald's, garbage.
That's
I
true.
do not
That's
stand a
true. That's
McNugget.
true. I can't stand a McNugget.
I can't stand a McNugget.
This is why we're friends, because we we both hate chicken McNugs.
Personally, my go-to is the number one, Big Mac.
Love a Big Mac.
With a Diet Coke. With extra Big Mac sauce and extra cheese. And if I'm feeling a little saucy, like if it's the only thing I've eaten that day, sometimes I'll get a cheeseburger on the side with extra onions. More often than not, that cheeseburger winds up going to my dog.
Oh, that must be nice for your dog.
I'll eat half of it. Yeah,
you're like, listen, I don't eat that much at McDonald's. I just a Big Mac and a half. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, no, I found out pretty quickly that somebody was like, "You got to get another slice of cheese on the Big Mac. You got to do it." And I went, I don't know. And then I tried it once, just like, all right, let me see, because I want my Big Mac to be fresh. If you get them to do something custom, they have to make a new one.
Oh, so, look at these serious life hacks with Baby Weight.
Serious life hacks, yeah. That's a good one. If you ask for extra anything, then they have to make that fresh and hot to order. So asked for extra cheese, and then I was like, oh my God. The extra cheese,
game changer.
Having one extra slice of cheese, it just makes a difference.
You seem like you're on the edge of tears. Honestly, you're like that extra cheese.
Get that bottom slice of cheese normally on the Big Mac, but then they add a slice of cheese on the top.
Ooh, it's verse
and
now.
So you get that. Yeah, it's a double. It started on the bottom,
and now it's
at the top.
Here. Now it's here. I'd like the Drake Mac, please.
I once tweeted. I had to take it down because it was a little too manic. I had to take down a tweet about John Summit once, which was, everybody keeps talking about John Summit and how he's at the top, but nobody is acknowledging the fact that he had to start as a bottom first.
And that was too much. That was where you discovered your line?
Yeah. People were just like, how dare you? And then
really?
in so doing, I discovered that there's a huge contingent of very homophobic people who just can't take a joke. Kind of in the underbelly of Tech House, so to speak.
Right.
And so,
unshocked,
it is
to be honest. Unshocked.
Are you?
Yeah. Unshocked.
Are you shocked?
This is shocking, though. Alex English says that Losing My Edge was written by James Murphy at a McDonald's. So I don't know if that's true. Are you James Murphy at a McDonald's? Are you cosplaying as James Murphy writing Losing My Edge?
The kids were coming up from behind because the ice cream machine is broken.
And they were actually really, really nice. Okay, we're off to a great start. Okay, stop, because I know you'll keep going. What was so precious about these contemplations? What loft party were you at when it was 4 a.m. and the contemplations turned from anxious to precious?
Okay, so that song, if you're a DJ, everybody's been in this hellscape scenario where you get invited to an afters. Someone says, hey, we're going to go meet up at this spot. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be great. And then you show up and it's something out of Eyes Wide Shut. You're very uncomfortable. You want to get out of there. And so I had this song sitting on my hard drive for years, and you can kind of tell it's dated. It sounds like a song from 2012, 2013, 2014, and the basic kernel of the concept had been sitting on my hard drive for almost a decade. And I had these lyrics kind of set aside, and Manics changed some of the words around.
Oh, so you wrote it too?
Yeah. So like there was a basic concept of like feeling alienated at an after party, and then they and by they I mean Baby J and Tiger Bite.
Great names.
They, yeah, right? They were like, okay, dope. And then they started writing some other lines as well. And then it became a very kind of organic songwriting process. But the basic concept was always like, it's like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. A lot of people are passed out. You know, you feel like you're kind of overstaying your welcome at a place that you didn't even really want to be at in the first place.
Been there. That's like me every time I go out. Honestly, I have this terrible gene in my DNA where I just can't. I don't know when it's time to leave the party the way other people know it's time to leave the party until I'm like, oh no, I've been here too long.
Oh my God, it's kind of like that one time I flew into LA to play a show.
Yes!
And hadn't had any sleep, and then got back to my manager's house, and you just so happened to be there.
Yes!
With Mike Ill. After the magic.
That's exactly.
You guys were just like.
That was definitely one of those nights.
You were there for way too long. And like I was literally holding on to you for dear life and was like, please don't go. And you were like, I've got to go. And I was like, please don't leave.
I would have stayed. Honestly, once I found out, I was sleeping on the couch. This happened in May for everyone who wasn't there. And I was like, I'm so tired. I took a nap on the couch for like an hour. And then they were like, you got to wake up. You got to wake up. You got to go. And I was like, why do I have to go? And my friend's like calling an Uber, and they were like, you gotta go now because baby weight's coming. And I was like, I have to go now because baby weight's coming? That seems not right. I have to stay now.
You make it sound like I'm kicking everybody out of the green room. That was not the case.
No, I think they were just like, this couch is spoken for. Like, you can't sleep on this couch anymore.
But what they forgot is that me and you already have a relationship, and you easily could have slept on top of me, like, and it would have been fine. Like, I would have given like all permission in the world. I would have been like, absolutely, we can snuggle. There's plenty of room here. Let's do this. Like, but you know what? That's what girlfriends do. Like
that is the fantasy that people who like women are missing out on. The sleeping on top of each other part of being friends. Honestly, okay. I was being loud. I apologize, Joey Headset. Thank you. Joey Headset is my unpaid intern who lets me know when I need to shut the fuck up. Yeah. Mike was too hot.
To be fair though, maybe it was a good thing that didn't happen, because if that was the scenario, there probably would have been at least one or two boys peeking their head into the living room over the course of the night, like sipping from a straw, just like watching, just like like super titillated at the thought that there's like two girls who have this very platonic friendship, sharing a couch.
I've had lots of platonic cuddles in my life. Anyway. I put a video together for your precious contemplations from your vlog at Firefly, and I want to know why you didn't have more vlogs for 2022. Are we going to get more vlogs in 2023? It was great content.
So, funny story. I hired a videographer. Her name is Caitlin. She's actually more of a photographer, but she's one of my oldest friends. And she does concert photography. She went on tour with like Lord Huron this year and Joywave, and like she did Vans Warped Tour back when that was a thing, like every summer. Like, she's credible. And she recorded all this raw video, but like doesn't have skills as a film editor, as like someone to make reels. I went to school and have a film degree.
That's right.
So basically I was like, fine, send me all of the raw video, and then I'll just cut it together. And then I created this super manic.
I love it.
No pun intended because of the track that you used.
Right, that's true.
Super manic kind of thing, which, to be fair, my management team and my agent both thought it was incredibly unhinged, some of the things that I did in that video. And they always think that my sense of humor is like a little bit too crazy
I know.
for prime time.
Stop making poop jokes, Cara.
Stop making poop jokes. But you know what? Nobody's perfect. There's just some people who are here for my content and some people who aren't. But all that aside, I've been using a videographer for the last year named Dominic, who goes by Domo, and he's been shooting a lot of the photos and videos for me at shows, especially this past summer. And he's been making like really great bite-sized Instagram length content, like 60 seconds or less. And I think it would be fun to use my YouTube channel a little bit more.
Yeah.
And like do some silly things. I would like to cut my teeth and have 2023 be the year where I make music videos for every single song I put out, which is maybe biting off a little bit more than I can chew. But I feel like there's a lot of artists who aren't really doing that. And it could be fun. And I really enjoy piecing together video content, and I just don't do it enough. And so I'm rambling, but you get the point.
I do.
Next question.
I love the idea of you making music videos and putting your film degree to work, other than going on crazy live tweet rants about how Batman Returns is the horniest installment of Batman.
Listen. Every single Batman movie, not horny. There's very little horniness. Okay?
Very little
Batman
horn.
Returns is the most horny of all of them.
Tim Burton was just like, I want to have sex. I'm making a Batman movie.
Yeah. He literally, so okay, here's the deal. The very first Batman movie was dark for the time that it came out. Right. It was completely to like, undo the Adam West Batman from the 60s. And it was, yeah, exactly. And it was a lot darker in tone. Comparatively to today, it's really not that dark.
Right.
Lest I digress. The Batman Returns got a lot of crap when it first came out.
Which is insane. Like love that movie.
And 93. It got a lot of crap. Wow, 30 years. 30-year anniversary. Got a lot of crap for being super dark. And like, yes, it is violent. Like the Penguin is like oozing bile from his mouth at the end of the movie. Like true. It's gross.
He's just always
very
a horror, to be honest.
Yeah, like there's a lot of body horror in the movie. But I recently rewatched it the other night, and I realized, probably for the first time, that it's also an incredibly horny movie, and if I were an adult back in the 90s, I would be less concerned about the violence, which is what everyone seemed to be upset about, and more concerned about the fact that there's this like this penguin humanoid man with razor sharp teeth who oozes bile from his mouth and is incredibly sweaty and is shaped like a phallus, like a testicle. And he's got these flipper hands, and he's saying things like, I want to show that woman my French flipper trick. And it's just like, whoa. And then you realize, given Danny DeVito's career, you're just like, oh my God, this is like the original Frank from It's Always Sunny. Just like this like really sweaty, perverted, horny monster who is just utterly disgusting and borderline a sewage monster. Like it's very much a thing. But on the flip side of that, something to be very proud of, and which is something that I realized as well, is Tim Burton somehow made a movie that deconstructs toxic masculinity and misogyny in like big Hollywood movies, and it's masquerading as a Batman movie.
Yeah, I mean, that might be why the most toxic masculine character is literally like oozing toxins and survives on trash. Like, he's just a trash creature.
There's never not a moment, for the exception of Bruce Wayne, there's never not a moment where every man on screen is commenting on every woman they come across. Like, it's to a point where you're just like, oh yeah, this is an active choice from Tim Burton.
Right.
Like,
now I have to rewatch it.
Yeah. But also I discovered that I'm much more Penguin than I am Catwoman, which was really upsetting. Because Pee Wee Herman throws Penguin into the river, never to be seen again. And then it cuts to, it says 33 years later. And I turned 33 in a few weeks. And I realized something, which was, I too have really crazy long hair. I too am shaped like an egg. I too have an apron belly and no butt to be spoken of. I too have a thing for straight girls that will never return my affection. I too am constantly sweaty and gross looking and have rings around my eyes because of how exhausted I am. And I'm a sewage monster garbage person. So it's just like all of these things. And it's just like, I went in thinking I was Selena Kyle. Like, oh, saved by kitty litter, meow. Like, thinking that I was like this like seductive, sultry, fuck yeah, feminist girl, super heroine, reclaiming my femininity in the dance music industry, or in an industry that's dominated by the patriarchy. And no, I'm just this like really sad looking
lecherous villain. Anyway. That's it. Change your Twitter bio to lecherous fish villain. That's the energy we're going into. No, you're not. You're not the Penguin. All I remember, I just for some reason will never forget the moment where Penguin was like, have a button. It just sticks in my mind.
Yeah. He's just like, have a button. And he's like spending way too much time putting the button on because he wants to cop a feel. Like,
yes, I know. It's a very gross button moment. Alex, you discovered Kara, met Kara. Oh yeah, baby, wait, you used to come in the chats too. Before you were on the show, you would be in the chats. Who was I interviewing that time? I don't know. I haven't had Miha on the show. Alex is trying to figure out what stream it was that he met you. Do you see this beautiful thing happening? People meet friends on catcalls.
I thought I met Alex through Corner, Megan.
That's very possible.
But maybe that's not true.
You also you do have a thing for like you were like, we've already met, Kat. I was like, it's so great to meet you, and you were like, you stupid drunk whore, I've met you before.
yeah. I am convinced that me and Kat first originally met each other in Miami during Music Week in 2019, before the Panini happened. And it was outside of the Brownies and Lemonade party. And I'm convinced that our mutual friend, Steph Graff, introduced us. And Steph was like, here, meet this person. He can write music about you. And then Steph went off and fucked off like the unicorn that she is. And you were not sober. And I was
definitely
very
not.
Sober. And we took a Lyft or an Uber back to the apartment that we were staying in. But you weren't staying there so you had to grab another Uber anyway to like the other place where you were staying. It's a very awkward thing.
It's incredible that I could be part of such a psychotic Uber plan and not remember it at all. What does that say about my history? My Uber history is probably horrifying. For how many strangers' Ubers have I gotten into to pay a little bit less?
You know that Black Mirror episode where the girl can't get in the Uber because her life rating is too low? You are Bryce Dallas Howard in that episode of Black Mirror. Where they're just like, I have a feeling that Uber and Lyft drivers, like if they even see that somebody's getting picked up outside of a club,
right?
In their brain, they're like, this is a Russian roulette situation.
Yeah, totally.
This is either someone who's horrible or someone who's okay.
Yeah. It's not going to be that great.
Everyone in the music industry, like, there's no middle ground of someone who's just like, okay. It's always like this person is the worst person to drive back to the hotel, or this person is genuinely a nice driving experience.
Well, you must not have hated our shared ride too much.
No. Well, you and I have a lot in common. I feel like
I too am a lecherous dish monster.
Yeah. But also it's like you and I also have like a shared appreciation for music from like 15 years ago.
Yes.
Which is very, very rare, I feel, for people in our age bracket.
Is it?
Or like people that are younger than me. Well, it's like I'm sitting here on the Silent Machine roster with people like Arnold and Lane and Luke Andy and like Sizak, and they're all like 5 years younger than me or whatever. And so it's like I have to show them like, stuff from a long time ago.
That I understand. Teaching the kids, I understand. Reaching the kids, but like people our age all know. Or what were they doing? Sus. If you're in the music industry and you're our age and you don't know about all this fun, what the kids now call indie sleaze, you're sus. What were you doing? Studying? I don't buy that.
They were too busy listening to like Usher and Katy Perry. Like that's what it was. I mean,
yeah. It's off in my head now. Wait, when is that going to come back?
From that time period. Hopefully never.
Well, if LCD Sound System and 8-track remixes are coming back now, it's only a few more years until suddenly we're jamming to like, I am titanium.
Never happening. Maybe if you go to like Ultra at the main stage.
At Ultra, it never stopped. It never stopped is the thing. Although I will say, seeing Afrojack's main stage performance at Ultra this year was such an amazing time because he just played classics and it was what I wanted. It was great. Whoa, Usher played with Afghan Wigs at South by Southwest. I will also say I saw Usher play with the fucking Roots as his backing band at Okeechobee Festival, and it was so good. So fucking good. But I don't want to talk about other people's careers. I want to talk about your career, Baby Wait. You had a great year. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about your highlights of the year. What were your favorite parts of 2022 in terms of how you grew and what you learned and what you did and what you'd like to share with the class? Tell us about your summer.
Oh my goodness. My favorite parts of 2022.
And tell us how it all started when you came on Catcalls 2022.
Let's see. First and foremost, I have to give a huge shout out to Denver Biscuit Company for the best meal I had.
Yeah.
That was fabulous.
Yes, let's hear it for Denver Biscuit Company.
I have to give it up to Delta Airlines. Hooking me up with that medallion status.
Woo!
A huge highlight for me. have to give it up for not getting canceled yet by anyone other than conservatives who hate my existence.
John's
Gotta give it up for that.
Low-key heterophobic.
I'm heterophobic. I am the definition of heterophobic. Cancel me, I dare you. Somebody's going to clip that, and then I'm going to wind up on Fox News tomorrow. I'm
Listen,
Tucker Carlson is going to be like, we live in a world where we can just have these trans people with McDonald's backgrounds on Twitch talking to people. Is that a world that you want to live in? I don't know if that's a world that I want to live in. But it's a world that we might be living in.
I would welcome that because I would take the free publicity 110%. And don't act like you wouldn't either.
To show up on Tucker Carlson, you know what? There's worse things that I could hope for. There are worse that, it's, yeah. I don't know. I'm lost in thought here.
I really stumped you.
Yeah, you really stumped me with that one. Goodness gracious.
This is why they pay me the big bucks.
Real talk, I played some amazing shows this year. I played at some amazing venues. I had some really great releases this year that I'm really proud of. And then, I'm kind of at a pivotal place right now musically, where I'm trying to decide exactly where I want to go. And I feel very fortunate to be in that position. And because of how well some of these things did and how much exposure I had this year from shows. I can tell you, somebody mentioned South by Southwest. Mm-hmm. Somebody wants to book me for South by Southwest. Like, DMs are open.
Let them.
Yeah. Or Austin City Limits. Like, I would love to do that. For as conservative as it is, I played this little club called It'll Do in Dallas during June.
That's a great name for a club.
It was a he-she day party. It was me and Worthy. We co-headlined. And that was one of the best parties I played all year. I loved it. I loved that club. I played elsewhere a few times, which is becoming one of my favorite venues in the country. And then I play elsewhere again in February, doing a sold-out show with Chris Lorenzo. Super excited about that.
That is exciting.
And then I played this. Oh goodness!
I know it's hard to recall.
Yeah, I played a few times at Sound this year in LA. That's an amazing club. Shout out to the staff at Sound. There was this amazing Indianapolis club that I played in, which was literally a hole in the ground.
Really?
That fit 100 people, and it's just people were super packed in there.
Oh my God!
That was a great show.
I've always imagined a club that was actually a hole in the ground, that you'd open up the doors like Dorothy trying to get into the tornado shelter, but then inside is a techno bunker.
There was, oh my goodness, this was an amazing show. I played a show at a club called Fab, which is in Fresno, California. And it's like a gay bar / nightclub. And that was incredible because there were these amazing drag queens that were there that were performing while I was DJing. And then there was people dancing on the bar.
Yes.
It felt like it was like Coyote Ugly for queers. It was fabulous. It was so amazing. Loved that energy. Playing San Diego Pride was a highlight this year. Denver Pride Club. I played Club Vinyl in Denver, which is actually the club that I'm playing with Ms. Worthy this weekend.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I'm super pumped about that.
How was it? How was it playing EDC Las Vegas?
Oh my goodness. So first and foremost, okay, they tell you like there's nothing like it. You'll be fine. And in the back of my head, I'm like, bitch, I've played festivals before. Don't tell me. I'm ready for this. I've done 4-day, multi-day festivals. My body can handle it. Girl, I was there for 12 hours. And when I tell you, my body could not handle it. My body could not handle it. First off, getting up and down those stairs, that's a hellscape. That is the worst. You're going up and down. It feels like you're going up to the temple in the first Mortal Kombat movie, like you're Johnny Cage carrying all those bags. And it's just like, you know, like if you're not going to the gym regularly, your quads put like we're talking just like
And that's
dunzo,
just
okay?
to start the festival.
Oh, that's just the start. It's like it is information overload. The closest thing that I can think of is that scene in Clockwork Orange where Alex is sitting down in the chair, has his eyes like wide open, and they're just showing him like all these violent images. Granted, the images not violent, just super bright and really loud. So like you're in like this like tunnel. It's basically like doing drugs without doing drugs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like micro dosing without putting anything in your system. It's insane. But it was an incredible experience. I met a lot of wonderful people there. I got to meet some of my heroes, which was incredible. And I got to link up with old friends, which was great. And I got to play on the Femme House art car because we had just put out the Femme House compilation on Insomniac Records the month before.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a wonderful experience. So being able to go back to back with Leah LP Giobbi, who has become a close personal friend through quarantine, through the last year and a half or so, and having the opportunity to play back-to-back with her for like 45 minutes and then doing a set of my own right after
was
just
awesome.
An amazing experience because you know, she and I had joked about it like back and forth all the time. We kept missing each other like ships in the night. Like I would be playing a town the day before she would play, or she would be playing a town, like she would be playing a show like across town. Like we just kept missing each other. And so when we discovered that we were playing the same day at EDC, it was like, okay, you know, we're going to commit to this. And it was wonderful. It was a genuinely heartwarming and wonderful experience.
Yeah.
The Vegas also sucks all the moisture out of your body, so that's fun. Explains why I was so thirsty on the on the raceway at EDC. Oh yeah, yeah. I was a thirsty gal. It's for me. Cuffing season is year round, and there's no one to cuff to.
Just walking around with a pair of handcuffs, like, I promise I'm not a scary fish monster. Have a button.
No, it's not that bad. Not that bad. I don't even like slide into DMs. Like I don't do anything like that. Like I'm like so kind of like sheepish in terms and shy when it's like trying to like talk to people that I think are cute. Like I can't. So it's probably it was more so like I really wish someone would give me a hug, but I don't want to ask anyone for one. I am just hoping the universe just gives me one.
Oh my God, it's the plurest place on earth. I'm sure everyone would have given you a hug had you asked for a hug. Just go with a bunch of, candy and do the thing.
Listen, if I ask someone for a hug at EDC, what's probably going to happen is I'm going to get a lot of like DMs from straight guys who are just like, so what's your vibe, bro? And I'm just like, not into
not
whatever
you.
you've got going on. I hate my own penis. What makes you think I want one near me? Like, really? Like, I'm trying to get rid of mine. Like, I am actively trying to just, like, again, things that I probably shouldn't be talking about.
No, these are all precious contemplations. This is
precious contemplations on a Zoom call. Great.
This is why you got the
matching.
I know. You've got the necklace, the glasses,
the glasses,
two
the bangs,
little
the
peas
vest,
in a pod.
Just a couple of gals that went through the Forever 21 website. Here we are.
Dude, I used to work at Forever 21 in college, so yes. Let me tell you, you do not want to be on acid at the Forever 21 dressing room. I just was like, don't look in the mirrors, don't look in the mirrors. Oh, good. I said that right as my aunt comments. Hi. She's so proud of me.
The striped vest is giving me like big, like I'm the lead singer of a pop punk band in 2009.
You
Look
can't.
at me.
I'm
like,
not gonna stand up and show you, but I have a white belt that's like tied around the midpoint of my waist. It is a very 2008 look happening here.
You legit look like an intern for Fueled by Ramen right now. Like that's that.
I do. Now, you know, this isn't the first time my aunts have all screamed at me that I should show. No, you know what? I'm going to save that story for another time.
They're like, she has a Hey Monday lyric on the inside of her arm. You should show everybody. She's a huge Cassidy Pope fan. She has another Hush sound tattoo on her lower back.
Oh my God.
It's like losing my edge, but instead of talking about the box sets that everybody has, it's like I've got this tattoo from a Fueled by Ramen show and another from
honestly
Roadrunner Records showcase.
I saw LCD at 3 Points this year, and they played Losing My Edge, and I like pulled my friend over, and I was like, I was there when Daft Punk performed in the Pyramid. I was there. So we're all there now.
I really want them to change that song though and add a bit where it's like, were you there at Madison Square Garden when we played our last show?
Yeah, I know, right?
We live.
Maybe that's for you to do. Maybe you should do the were you there? Call back, clap back. Like, oh, I didn't see you there.
All the money in my bank account. All the money in my bank account to see my favorite band one last time. And 5 years ago, they said...
I was like the one hipster douchebag when they got back together that was like, no, this is like when your ex comes crawling back to you and like, I'm supposed to be excited that you're back now. Like, no, please.
But you know what? Like, I was so jaded when they came back. I was so angry. I was so upset. And then I listened to American Dream all the way through, and I went,
oh, so good. Yeah.
Fuck, this album is good.
I know.
This album
I'm not mad
so
at it at all.
good.
I'm not mad at it anymore. But at the time, I was like, listen, when Jay-Z does it, we expect it. When LCD Soundsystem makes an entire documentary, gets Chuck Klosterman to interview them about how they're breaking up. Just go on hiatus, James Murphy. Did you not make enough money roasting coffee beans? Is that what this is about? No, he's just addicted to the life. He's addicted to the life.
Yeah, you know, he clearly didn't make enough money because he's kicking everyone out of his record label. Listen,
But oh, the heat comes through. That's it. I'm never getting James Murphy on Catcalls.
The heat.
You just ruined it for me. No, I ruined it myself saying that it was lame.
Yeah, he just keeps he keeps suing all of his friends for like money that used to work at DFA Records. It's honestly very sad, like in a weird way. But you know what? I'm not here to trash talk. Arguably one of the godfathers of my career, someone who
Grandpa hipster
instigated me into making dance music in the first place. So
you would be so lucky as to get sued by James Murphy one day. That's when you know you've made it.
Yeah. He would just be like, gosh, what would he say? He would be like, there's this girl, she's like, you know, talking trash, but, you know, like, it's whatever, man. Like,
that was a pretty good. That started as a really strong James Murphy impression.
I just talked to my therapist about it, and it's fine. Like, that's...
Did you watch Meet Me in the Bathroom?
I have not. I heard it's on Showtime. I've read the book multiple times. I'm a huge fan of that book. And I know that the people who did Shut Up and Play the Hits, the concert documentary, are also the people who assembled the documentary for that. So I'm very, very interested in watching it. I have a huge soft spot for a bygone era that I never got to live through personally, and it's it's things like that allow me to kind of live vicariously through other people's memories.
You should.
So I'm looking forward to it.
You definitely should watch it. I can't wait for the live tweeting session. Maybe it'll also inspire you. You said earlier in the conversation that you feel like you're in a place right now where you have a lot of freedom in deciding what direction you want to go in. So what directions are you feeling pulled towards?
So I think it's safe to say, and I've mentioned this before in other interviews and stuff, I'm going to find it very hard not to write bangers. Every once in a while. Like, every once in a while, I'm going to get, like, a fire vote. Like, for example, someone I collaborated with last year on a record called House Princess. Mm-hmm. They're a non-binary artist based out of the UK called Carnage Kills. He shot me, uses they and he pronouns, so don't come for me, don't cancel me just yet. He sent me these fire acapellas like the other day, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is like a fire banger, peak hour, 126 Chris Lake style. Like, this is, I can't make anything other than that with this acapella. So those are always going to happen, but I find myself leaning backwards into this very kind of like lush, mellow zone, mm-hmm. where I'm not so much focused on trying to make things that sound big and massive and epic. I'm more focused on making things that feel insular and like a pocket universe, that are lush and pretty and kind of make people feel things or think about things when they're on the dance floor. And so I have a few records that I'm really passionate about now. And I think in a lot of ways it's hard not to look at the landscape of dance music and not call a spade a spade. I think similar to how Walker and Royce 5-6 years ago enabled people to be less formulaic and more experimental with their sound design in house music, especially in tech house. I feel like Fred again has enabled people who make house music and dance music to kind of be more vulnerable and share their feelings and write things that are melodic and feel expressive and like a timeless byproduct of an era that is long since passed. And so I can't talk about my own music without acknowledging that. That's not to say that I'm trying to go 100% down that road, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't say like Fred Again was my most streamed artist of last year and the year before. And a lot of the bands that I've been listening to recently are very cinematic or poetic in that way. So it's like I've been, again, listening to a lot of Death Cab for Cutie. I've been listening to a lot of Sufjan Stevens. I've been listening to a lot of Beach House and Lucy Dacus, and just like really kind of internalizing a lot of that. I've been listening to one of my favorite records from 2021, which I feel doesn't get enough love. It's a record by John Hopkins, which is, I forget what it's called exactly, but it's like a psychedelic soundscape album,
Right.
where it's just about creating lush tones and things that are warm and homely and feel just personal.
Yeah, he
And I would say
literally
that,
made it for people to like have a psychedelic experience on, I think.
yeah. And I maybe it's too early to talk about this, but I'm collaborating on a track with Justin Martin right now, which has a lot of those warm tones and fuzzy
That's
feelings,
exciting.
but also has like a sprinkle of like the drama and the tension that you would find in like a Tame Impala record.
Ooh.
Like we're going for things that feel incredibly personal versus just following this step-by-step guide of what will be successful in the music industry. If I never have a top 10 record on Beatport anymore, I'll be fine with that. I'm more concerned with people feeling emotionally attached to the music that I'm making, or feeling like something that I'm doing resonates with them somewhere on a personal level. That's what I'm most concerned about.
I love that direction. Go in that direction full speed ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, there will be some tracks that are like obviously
Right.
like obvious bangers, like singles that come out on a bigger label or whatever. But for the most part, what I'm really focusing most of my time and energy on are the other stuff. Back to James Murphy. James Murphy, I've had the opportunity to speak to twice. And the first time that I got to talk to him was outside of a show. I waited until 4:00 in the morning for him to come out of the venue. And it was at the 930 Club in Washington, D.C. And he had played a DJ set that went until like 3:00 in the morning. So I was out until 4:30 waiting for him to come outside. And I got him to sign my LCD Sound System ticket from, I didn't get to go to the Madison Square Garden show. I went to the Terminal 5 show before that.
That's so cool.
Got him to sign my ticket. And then I was like, I'm just starting to DJ on a more professional label, like at clubs and stuff. This was like 10 years ago. Do you have any advice if you were in your 20s and doing this for the first time with the knowledge that you have now? And he said, don't worry about new stuff, just try to play good stuff. And I feel like we get really wrapped up in whatever the current trend is, and we don't focus enough on things that make us feel good.
Agreed.
And it's easy to mistake things that make us feel good for things that are trendy. And you have to know where that fine line is. And if you keep crossing it and just focus on what other people are doing, you're not going to make anything that feels personal to you. Which is why there's so many tracks from the last 10 years that have found their way out there in the universe, whether it's baby weight stuff or stuff that I released under my dead name. I don't feel any kind of attachment to it.
That's such great advice, and thank you for sharing it again here today. I think about that often, actually. Like, I don't know. I guess that's why I get so excited when I go to and I hear people play the old stuff that I want to hear. But like, honestly, that's what made that time exciting in the mid 2000s, was that everyone was just playing whatever. Like, they were playing like post punk tracks mixed with rap songs mixed. You know, it was just like, and people. It doesn't have to be open format to such an extent that it's not just like electronic dance music, but like, there's decades of culture here. Like, bridge the gap a little bit, you know? I mean, God. and by bridging the gap doesn't just mean I put a 2000s pop vocal on top of a tech house rhythm and I'm teaching the kids.
Yeah, I mean, a great example of things that feel personal, and therefore it's like kind of like it goes beyond kind of like a normal night out. One of my favorite sets at Dirty Bird Camp Out this past fall was Uppy. She played for 45 minutes. It was a very short set. She played for 45 minutes, and it was all stuff from like 2008 to 2013, I want to say, for the most part, because that's the era where like where she thrived. Not to say that she's still not thriving. Fuck, she just had a huge record come out with the Blessed Madonna. Like, I'm not an idiot.
Her album's banging too.
But, you know, when we're talking about like the era of Justice and Mastercraft and DFA, and like when she was like at her most powerful, she has a very personal attachment to that. So like when she plays those records out, you can feel the connection to that music. Versus like some college DJ who's just playing it because it's like, oh, it's a throwback, it'll get the crowd going up. Like she has what's the word I'm looking for? She has stakes in what she is playing. And it was one of the best sets that it was probably the best set, like the highlight for me. And there were a lot of really great DJ sets at Camp Out, you know, not to name any names, but she absolutely killed it. And I obviously have a very big soft spot for that era of music, so same. I was looking forward to it anyway. But I just remember my jaw being on the floor.
I want to see Uppy. I'm ready to Uff. I want to get Uffy on Cat Call season 4. We're manifesting it together right now. It almost happened season 3, and then she went on tour, and I couldn't grab her, but I'm gonna do it.
She closed her set with the OG, not like a dance edit. The OG Coconut Records West Coast. Like,
oh my God, I love that song so much. Oh my God, I would have lost it.
I was crying so hard, and I was singing so loud, and it was like, and like to see her like singing along to it while she's playing it, and to see everyone on stage with her like just thriving in that moment, like. It's just that it was so powerful, and that's why, you know, I think that there's something magical to that like maybe you can't always get in a traditional tech house set. Yeah. Like if you're just playing whatever the top 10 of Beatport is, like I find myself. And this is not a diss on Idris Elba. He's been supporting my music all year. Shout out to Idris. But, like, when I see Idris Elba DJ, I'm like, okay, cool. This is, like, a cool night out. Like, whatever. But, like, it doesn't feel personal. You know, and, like, certain DJs that, you know, use their power just to talk about the vendors that they're going on. Similarly, aside from like their Coachella set, which I felt the first 20 minutes of that set was spectacular, I feel like there's not like any personal stakes at hand.
Yeah.
And I want to see that. I want to see people fight and claw and like pour everything they have into whatever they're making or whatever they're playing.
I'm not going to any shows in 2023 unless there are personal stakes involved. As in, I want a filet mignon in front of me immediately, or I'm not going. Just kidding. Not this.
My mom hates Nine Inch Nails.
What a crazy take.
Which is, hold on. She hates Nine Inch Nails. However, she was a nurse, or she still is a nurse, but she was a nurse at this festival that used to happen in Maryland called HF Festival or DC 101, whatever. But Nine Inch Nails was playing, and this was like the peak, like this was 1995 or something.
I'm so jealous.
And so she was just like, oh my God, the music is good. But one thing, because it's not her thing, but the one thing that she said or has said about watching that from the medical tent was she was like, I will say though, he poured every ounce of energy that he had into whatever that was. And I think if that's the impression that you're leaving, like if you throw everything out there, then I there's a lot more power in that, I think, than, just phoning it in. So
I am, you are like speaking directly to my heart too. And I love that my aunt in the chat was there. She's like, yes, he did. That tour was amazing. But on that note, it's been an hour. We gotta call it. I know you can. I know you can.
I think you guys.
But that was so poignant. We have to save some for next year.
Okay, hold on. Speed round.
Yes,
round.
absolutely.
What other questions you have for me?
Speed round.
Yeah,
okay.
Speed round.
Well,
We're
gonna do a year-end wrap-up. What was your favorite movie of 2022?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, such a great choice. Yeah, I loved that movie. What was your favorite song that you didn't make of 2022?
Oh my God. Hi, Baby We're Ascending. Hi, and John Hopkins, Baby We're Ascending.
Joey Headset wants to know, what do you think Trent Reznor orders at McDonald's?
I think he doesn't strike me as someone who eats meat, so he probably orders French fries and a milkshake and dips the fries into the milkshake.
Ooh, that seems appropriate. Favorite set that you played all year in 2022?
So hard. Oh God, you're really putting me up against that. I'm not going to say that I had a favorite. However.
Yeah, because you can't.
However, I did cry during my set at Dirty Bird Camp in February. Because my mom was there and she was on stage with me, and it was like, it was a really special moment. So I did cry during that. And so that's something that I think will be seared into my memory forever.
I love that. Any non-musical memories of 2022?
I went to Hawaii, and again, another moment where I cried. I went to Hawaii and watched the sun come up the first night, and I stayed up all night so that I could see it. And I felt I haven't had, because I had been working a day job as well as DJing for so long, that I had never had a proper vacation for myself, something like 6 years.
Oh, good for you.
And so I spent several days there, and I felt a sense of calm that I've never felt before, and it was incredibly cathartic. So I will say that small honorable mention is probably seeing the Star Wars park at Disneyland for the first time.
So good. On edibles.
I cried a lot this year, and you know what? I cried when I walked into Star Wars for the first time, because Star Wars as a movie series is very personal to both me and my brother. And
they did an amazing job.
Being able to experience that in person, it was a very surreal experience.
I feel like I'm so close to getting you to just cry right now before we end the stream.
yeah, you're pulling on the strings. Okay, so what else you got? What else you got?
Fuck, I had one in my head. Okay, what's the biggest lesson that you learned in 2022 that you're taking with you into 2023?
Self-care is very important, and it's very easy to forget that.
How do you show yourself self-care?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna make you cry.
Oh my goodness.
And why is it crying on catcalls?
Someone is like, make her cry. I think self-care takes many forms. I think the most important one, though, is recognizing that some relationships aren't meant to last forever. And that your life is very much a book, and people come and go in the chapters of your life. And that's just how it is. And so I think a big form of self-care is knowing who to exert your energy with and who not to exert your energy with, and having enough self-respect to say, I don't want to talk to this person anymore.
That is a big fucking lesson. Yeah, good lesson. Lesson I'm learning too. Lesson we're all learning. Everyone, were we there? Did we get a tear?
No.
She's like, I'm never coming back on this show again. I know I said I'd come back every season.
Let's see, another form of self-care is not being hard on yourself. And giving yourself a reminder of that. And then there's like the obvious things, like treating yourself to nice things, whether it's going out to dinner, or getting your nails done, or going to bed early, saying no to going to an after party and saying I'd much rather get some sleep. Using the miles that you've accumulated to get that upgrade, because you don't want to be cramped in the middle seat of Comfort Plus on a Delta flight. There's that. So,
what are we manifesting in 2023?
Oh my God! I just want someone to make out with me. Like that's like real talk. Listen. All the single gals out there. If you wear glasses and cardigans and have a booty that doesn't quit, and you look like you could strangle me with your legs, and you have like a really good sense of humor and like a nice smile that's like not a perfect smile, y'all know what I'm talking about, and you're into bodies that aren't perfect either. Give me a ring a ding ding. My DMs are open. Must be into going to Disney. Like that's like, I like to go to Disney. I like to eat out. I like to watch horror movies. I like to, I snore at night. But full disclosure. So like, not a quiet sleeper. Not at all. Not a quiet sleeper. I move around a lot in my sleep. So like, I'm basically
pitch keeps getting better.
I'm basically looking for someone who's sapphic, who's in my hot mess energy, who's down to wrangle me like a bull while I'm sleeping and make sure that I don't fall out of bed. That's
all worthy applicants can line up to the left.
Yes. If you are here for that energy,
and nothing less in 2023.
But also, like, transphobes need not apply. People looking for a unicorn need not apply. Mm-hmm. People who think that genitalia is the indicator of one's gender need not apply. Just like certain things that are important.
Turn-offs include. No.
Yeah.
I love
Must
it.
also be into the idea of me being gone for large chunks of time.
Yeah. Sometimes that can be the perk that people are looking for. You know what I mean?
So she wants to turn on the what? This is a whole ass dating.
There have been such incredible comments this whole time. I'm cracking up listening to you and looking at them. You were like, if you have a booty that don't quit, and Joey said, I've heard that a lot of booties are quiet quitting.
Single and not ready to mingle, but I would swipe right. What does that mean? What does that mean? You're not ready, and like you're not ready to mingle, but you would swipe right.
Sounds like that is why the dating pool is honestly atrocious. It's turned green because none of these things mean anything anymore. Listen, baby, wait. I love you dearly. We are gonna manifest a. I have Planisphere on vinyl too. I got excited. I wanted to share that with everybody.
But the other things I'm trying to manifest. Really.
Okay. Get them in now. I am the wish keeper.
Okay. I have a laundry list of people that I want to collaborate, make music with. They include, but are not limited to, Beth Ditto,
yes.
Blessed Madonna,
yes.
Soul Wax.
Yes.
DeJuan McClain.
These are all
track.
Incredible options.
Astronomar.
Yes.
Claude Von Stroke. I'm already working on something with Justin Martin, but fuck, I just want to work on everything with Justin Martin. Ardawan, Kevin Knapp, Ms. Worthy, who's a very close personal friend of mine, and we share an agent. I don't know why we haven't started working on things together. Arnold and Lane, Walker and Royce, Nala, Vanessa, Corder. Make it happen, Alex English. I know you're in the chat. Let's see. I would also love to collaborate on something with LP Giobbi. Labels that I want to release on. I want to release on Dumb of Doom, Ninja Tune, Dusty's label, 17 Steps, Technicolor. I would love to release something on DFA Records, but they sold it to EMI. I doubt that's ever going to happen. I want my music to wind up in the hands of people at Warner Brothers, Atlantic, Interscope. Give your girl a payday, please. What else? I want to manifest DJing in places that are outside of the United States. Yes. The bitch is getting a passport. That means start booking me in Canada. Start booking me in the UK. Start booking me in Ibiza. I want to be the only fat transgender woman that people have ever seen in the Maldives. Let's make it happen.
I will be there. I will be there. We will meet in a foreign land in 2023, and you will bring your beautiful, powerful-legged, cardigan-wearing girlfriend.
Okay, wait, I'm not done. I would love to collaborate with Joe Goddard and Alexis Taylor from Hot Chip. Give me your vocals. Let's do something cute. The most under-recognized album of the last 5 years is Joe Goddard's full-length album. Electric Lines is arguably the best song of the last 5 years. Fight me. What else? I want to manifest a release on Dirty Bird. Shit, I'm playing all your festivals.
Yeah, for real. Let's go. It's about time.
Let's see. I want to do something with Tame Impala. I think it would be really cool to do something with Dom Dalla. I don't know what that would look like. Maybe it's just me playing a show with him. Maybe it's us just like, he can be Australian. I'll pretend to be Australian. I'll wear a fake mustache because I can't.
Don't do that. That's how you get canceled.
And we'll eat macas. Goodness gracious. What else? Other things that I want to manifest.
This is sounding like a very busy year.
Hold on. I want to manifest the end of treating trans people like second-class people. I want to end mass shootings in places that should be reserved as safe spaces.
Or any places.
Where we go to throw our worries away, not to be worried about violence. I want to end the systemic oppression in the music industry, manifesting that we need more Black people on lineups. We need more persons of color. We need more Indigenous people, Asian people. We need more women. We need more trans people. We need more queer people on lineups. And I'm not just talking side stages. I want them on main fucking stages.
Yes.
I want...
Cosign.
I want people to start treating others with kindness, even if they don't understand something. And that means if you never met a trans person before and you come across me, just be fucking nice to me.
Yeah.
It's
so easy.
Not that hard.
You're so nice to love.
Let's see. I want to manifest all day breakfast at McDonald's.
Yes.
It's been too long. We haven't had that in a long time. Bring that shit back. I want breakfast when I wake up at 11 o'clock.
It's not even that late.
Because it's not even that late. I know that you still got that shit warm in the back and you just don't want to put it out. I understand that. Let's see. I want to end hard kombucha. It's very weird.
Why are
you giving me alcoholic probiotics?
I'll fight you on that.
Sense. Let's see. We need yerba mate in more places. I love Red Bull. They sponsor me. I love you to death. But like sometimes to take the edge off, I want a yerba, and Red Bull is just like it's too much of a punch to the gut.
It is. It can be tough.
What else? I want to start scoring things for movies and TV shows and video projects.
Yes.
Let me be your Trent Reznor. I want that. I want that for me so bad.
I want that for you too.
Finish my screenplay. I want to finish my screenplay. I have horror movie screenplays on lock. I want to do that. Let's see, what else? I want us to finally put out the cure for cancer. I know that the medical industry is probably sitting on it, and like they just know that the current procedures they have available for cancer patients just make them way too much money. And the moment they put out a cure, it's going to take a bunch of money away from the pharmaceutical companies. It's a shame that hasn't come out yet. We are living in 2022. If we can come up with a way to bring back roller skates, there is a way to put out a cure for cancer. Somebody said trans Reznor.
Yes!
That's a great joke.
That sent me too. Okay, you get three more. You get a top three. What are your top? You've basically saved the world at this point. You're not the Penguin. You're Batwoman. You're not the hero the world wants. You're the hero the world deserves, or something like that.
You know what? Top three things. I want trans representation on a main stage in the Sahara tent at Coachella. I know that Honey Dijon played it with Blessed Madonna last year, but I want to be the person. Give me any time slot. AEG if you're listening, Golden Voice if you're listening. I want to play that tent so that trans and gender nonconforming people who are at your festivals see someone that they relate to and say there might be a space for me here. I want to do more good in the world, meaning I want to play more shows that raise money for marginalized communities, whether it's women, the LGBTQ community, or other groups that are just in need, because there's no reason why we shouldn't be using this massive music machine to generate more good in the world, and instead of just talking about the benders that we're on. Let's see.
You're one more.
I want. Oh God, this is so hard.
You've done such a great job already. Listen, it sounds like 2023 is going to be a banger year.
You know what? I'm manifesting this. I really want the movie Barbie to be a banger.
Yes.
Like, really bad.
Me too.
And I'm just really happy that they have Greta Gerwig is going to have Barbies of all body types, all genders, all races. I think it's really important to the girls and the guys, and the dolls, that people see themselves in something that historically has not been the most inclusive. So yeah.
Wow. Baby weight for president, everybody.
All the kids made fun of me for liking them as a guy, though, so I need this movie to hit. You know what? Hey, I'm not into dudes. So if you are, in fact, a dude, it doesn't matter if you're single and ready to mingle, but you would swipe right. It's not my thing. So go ahead and cancel me if you want. That's
but Tay likes Barbie. That's not enough?
Tay does, you know what? Tay does like Barbie. You know what? We can hang, but like I'm not doing anything other than
Platonic cuddling. Cara.
I want to cuddle boys. Like, I'm sorry.
Cara.
Boys are gross. Yeah,
Cara. I can't wait to host you on the end of Catcall Season 4. And I'm going to play that whole 30-minute thing you just did back. And I'm going to be like, did you? But did they? I'm holding you accountable. I'm your accountability buddy. So
my accountability buddy?
Yes, you're going to get at least 3 of those collaborations in 2023. I feel it. You already have a remix with LP Giobbi. Talk to us about Sinner, because it's what I'm going to play on the way out.
Okay, so I'll try to make this long story very short and fail. This track called Sinner came out this year. It's a killer track. It features vocals from another artist named Bklava. She's got killer pipes, man. Like, we're talking a voice that would shatter glass. Like, just super killer performer. Came out this year. They toured it around a lot. Bklava was LP's support through most of the spring and a lot of the summer. And it's just a killer track. And it came out on D4 Dance, which is a Defected label. It's one of their many labels that they own. And the opportunity came to remix it. And so I got a hold of the stems, I made a remix, and then I uploaded it thinking nothing of it. And then they liked it. So now it's coming out, and it's my first ever release on a Defective label, and I'm really pumped, and it comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow! This is a world premiere. I think.
Well, is it?
Is it?
Is it? But what inspired me to do this remix was the last year I've been finding myself really gravitating towards the like sounds and stuff from like 15 years ago. There was a period of time over the summer where I was really into like UK garage and breaks, like almost every DJ this year.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fred again for bringing that back
Again?
from the dead. But I was really, I wanted to kind of like push myself to write a pop record that utilized those kinds of sounds. And so I came up with this, and so it has like kind of an MJ Cole vibe to it in parts of it. It felt like a super cheesy, uplifting, classic house vibe on the second drop. But ultimately, I feel like it symbolizes my aesthetic going into the next year, which is being unapologetically true to the music that I really love and admire and influence me in my day-to-day life, and letting that shine through in more of the stuff that I make. So yeah, that's the remix of Sinner. Go support it. I don't know if Kat has a link somewhere. I'll shoot it to her.
Yeah, send it to me, and I'll put it in the chat.
Hold on. I am going to do that right now. Hold on. We are doing this live.
Dude, fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah,
well, while you're pulling that link up, I want to say thank you to Swedish Tay Mafia and Dharma0814 and the Powers That P for coming through. This is the longest, this is maybe the longest episode of Cat Calls ever. Beating the Scream record now, I think.
Yeah. I'm literally, hold on. I'm literally emailing this to you right now.
Okay.
So that you can put it in the thing. See, we're friends. We email each other. That's how you know it's friendship.
We do. We even DM. We at each other all the time.
We at each other all the time. I feel like there's not a day on Twitter that goes by where I'm not like saying something or liking something or retweeting something. And there's not a day that goes by where you ignore me. It's really special, you know.
It's the least I can do after I forced my way into your Uber and forgot about it.
You know, there's the articles that you write for Billboard, like 10 DJs to look for next year, and then there I am at number 11. You know, just missed the cut again this year.
The true curation happens on this channel and in Cat Scrawls, which everyone should subscribe to. I'll drop that link in the chat as well. We're going to both be so rich and famous by the time we do this next season.
We're going to be so rich and so famous that when we go out to eat for dinner
at McDonald's,
we can be like, you know what? We will have the mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
Bring the mozzarella sticks too. We're each only going to eat one, but like, I want one.
Yeah. I'll just take one. Yeah, just one.
Yeah. Mozzarella sticks for the table. I'm gonna start doing that because I eat alone a lot.
And you're gonna say for the table.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Anyone want French toast?
Like
French toast for the table.
like when the waitress at like Red Robin comes over, because that's where I live. You know, there's just chain restaurants everywhere. There's like nothing nice. I don't live in LA. Like a lot of people assume I live in California. I don't. So I'll just like the waitress will walk over and be like, "So do you know what you want?" And it's like I think I'm gonna do the Cali burger, no tomato. And does everyone want to share mozzarella sticks?
Yeah, you should do that.
For the table? For the table? I think we'll do mozzarella sticks for the table. And the person will just be like, oh my God, this person's crazy.
So that sounds like some fodder for your vlogs, for your music videos next year.
Yeah, that would be hysterical. Like, show up to a cheesecake factory, but like everyone at the table is like stuffed animals except for me. Just like there's like onion ring tower for the table. George, do you want an onion ring?
And then you can get into a fight with one of the stuffed animals and throw your glass of water at it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you want the poke nachos, do you? God, always going for fresh fish, knowing that I won't touch it. Okay, fine. Like, yeah, really deranged. Again, the things that like my managers and my agent don't want me to discuss, they're just like, oh my God, she's really crazy. She's really unhinged.
That's why we love it.
She's like,
that's why we subscribe.
She's hard to understand. She's hard to understand, but like all the girls really like her for some reason. She's the Fiona Apple of house music.
That's it. She's the hot McDonald's Fiona Apple Pie of house music.
That's such a deep read too. Just like she's the girl that no one really understands, but for some reason girls really love her. Fiona Apple. Like, just like every single person at like the major record label is probably be like, I don't know why we keep giving her like money, but for some reason there's a contingent of very feral women in their 30s who still listen to her.
Can't get enough of this strange
like
left field sad jazz. Like, what is this? Oh my God!
When Fetch the Bolt Cutters won the Grammy that year,
I know,
and like people watching the Grammys were just like, Fiona who? And I'm just like, put some respect on your name, kids.
It's true.
Like Fiona Apple walked so that other women in the music industry could walk. Okay. I gotta Fiona Apple. Wait, hold on. One more. Fiona Apple walked so that Norah Jones could sit in a Starbucks.
Yes.
Just patiently waiting for your mom to buy the CD next to the biscuit cookies. Fiona. Oh wait, one more. I promise. One more and I'm done. These are so inside baseball that we've literally alienated every single person who is watching your stream.
No, everyone loves it.
Okay. Fiona Apple walked so that Olivia Rodrigo could do the exact same thing she does, but for manic gay girls. Like that's, which actually, you know what, Fiona Apple's main audience is also manic gay girls. So like, it's really not so much
different gen.
It's really just, it's just a pivot.
It's just a pivot. It's just a soft pivot.
It's just a soft pivot. It's kind of like if you went like, it's like, oh, you love the relatability and vulnerability of, and the like the songwriting style and the musicality of Olivia Rodrigo. Great. Here's a crazy woman singing about butter and knives.
I'm in. I'll invest. I'll put 4 crypto dollars into that NFT. I'm calling it, Cara. We're done.
So wait. Is that a cat call?
Yes, the cat is. I'm calling. Season 3 is over.
Cat. That's a cat call.
I'm like coughing. I'm like dying. People are trying to call me on the phone, even though all my favorite people are here. But we gotta go. This is gonna be on YouTube later.
That's so great. Also, happy anniversary. We discussed this earlier. Like, happy anniversary.
To what this is now?
Yeah, sure. This is our yearly.
Yep.
This is our anniversary.
You know what we should do next year? We really should make an Instagram video like the Billie Eilish Vogue interview.
Yeah. It would be. So
We'll both be on our video tip by this time next year. So we'll just make a silly, fake, dramatic It'll be good. Okay, we're going now.
People are saying happy anniversary. This is so great. Happy Traniversary.
Happy Traniversary. Never forget.
Happy Traniversary. Never forget. Nobody's going to get that joke except for us.
It's okay, we get it. Okay. I'm going to go play Sinner. I'll see you sooner than this time next year, but I'll see you right here. Same cat time, same cat channel.
Wait. Wait, before you go, hold on. This is like a postscript.
Okay.
This is a PS because I love you. This is a PS I love you moment. Please don't die on me. Only people who've seen that movie will get that joke. You live in Florida, right?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you coming?
Yeah. Should we go to Disney together
Yes.
in Florida? What part of Florida do you live in?
Yes, I live in South Florida, but I can easily get to Disney.
Right.
And my aunt in the chat would probably even join. She doesn't live too far.
So you live in Fort Lauderdale?
I do.
Or Miami?
You about to dox me? I live in Fort Lauderdale. You're like, you live at apartment.
Well, wait, let me hack into the mainframe. Let me find out really quick. I'm sorry for you that you live in Fort Lauderdale, but
Don't be.
You're just like, at least I'm not living in Orlando. No, actually, why am I shitting on Orlando right now? There's nothing wrong with Orlando.
You would love Fort Lauderdale. It's so gay here. Miami is so beefy, and Fort Lauderdale is so old and gay.
It's so old and so gay that people are like
listening to Fiona Apple,
listening to Fiona Apple, eating whitefish and calling people sluts. Like it's very
okay.
Just like
come to Florida. We'll go to Disney. We'll I won't eat an edible, but you can eat more, and then we'll cry at the Millennium Falcon, and then I'll see you here next year.
No, I'm not. Sorry. One of the people I live with was like, "Are you ordering food?" I'm like, "No."
Go order food.
I'm on a Zoom call.
It's fucking 9 p.m. We have to go.
You're just like, I've talked to this woman for far too long.
No, I'm honestly fine with it, but it's gotta end. We gotta end this.
Does it though?
You know what I was thinking though? This is I was talking to someone about this the other day. I think at some point, maybe when it's like my 100th stream, I'm gonna do like all the kooky DJs do, and I'm just gonna stream for like 12 to 24 hours, and I'll just welcome multiple guests, and we'll just do like an epic cat call, and then this is appropriate then.
That would be great.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? You were saying you need to use your YouTube more often.
I'm going
what
to.
We need to do is we need to start a podcast together. Hold on. Hold the phone. Start a podcast together. You make the home studio, because I'm not going to do that. You make the home studio. And like, we'll make it like one of those fancy, like, YouTube podcasts where it's like, I'm sitting across the table from you, or you're sitting across the table from other people. And like, you're, just like talking it out. Like, you know, just doing the thing.
That sounds great.
And
that sounds great. I have a podcast idea. Let's offside about this.
Wait, what's your? No, you can't say. People want more. People are saying no. This episode is too short. What's your podcast idea? Elevator pitch.
I can't tell you on air. What if one of these wonderful people that I love stole it from me? It's good.
Then we would just have to come up with.
It's coming in 2024.
Nobody's going to listen to.
I'm just kidding. I know no one in the chat. I know no one. Did I say 4? 2023. 2023.
You said 2024.
I meant 2023. Alex is saying.
Are you Kevin Feige? Are you planning things out like 3 years in advance?
No.
Oh my God. Podcast should be called Taming Paula.
I know. So that's very good. No. Okay. Honestly, though, I do want to start a podcast called Rant and Rave. And it's just.
Just this?
Yeah.
Just this? Yeah.
You know, you talk about rave culture stuff and you rant.
That's maybe the 7th best idea I've heard today. And I've only heard 7 ideas.
Well, I have to go now. It's time to go. I have to go. It's time to go.
You're starting to be mean. Maybe you should eat something.
It's turning on me.
You malnourished whore.
Turn around, order Mac double cheese. Get a John Summit burger. Get your shit together.
A John Summit burger would be a cheeseburger with a bottle of tequila, but you throw the cheeseburger out and just drink the tequila. That's.
I love it. I love it. All right. I love you. This is great.
Somebody's
gotta go.
Gonna make a snippet of that and post it on Twitter.
I will.
I'm gonna get canceled.
I will.
It's gonna be horrible.
We'll make 50. Yeah. Listen, you dared to cancel yourself on today's episode, and you tried a few times. I don't think anything will stick, though. No one will see it. It'll be fine. No. All right. Until next time. Until next year. Until literally a few weeks from now.
The McDonald's is like swallowing my arms.
It's getting its revenge.
Okay, I'm going to go into the void, I guess.
All right.
You know?
Into the
void.
We're done.
We're done.